Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I'm Christina Crowley, and I am coming to you this morning on a Friday the 13th. I really enjoy Friday the 13th. I don't have that kind of a superstition about Friday the 13th that tends to happen around Friday the 13th. I think it was because, for me, when I was growing up, there were all those teenage movies called Friday the 13th, and they were supposed to scare you. And for me, I was just like, well, it was a movie, so it's not real. And so it's not going to scare me. And Friday the 13th for me is fun. And that's what I want to talk about today. Yesterday I talked about fear, and I talked about, not letting fear stop us, maybe letting fear, push us on. And all those Friday the 13th movies, I kind of think that they were fun. That was fun fear. And so for me, I want to ask you today, it's Friday the 13th. Do you believe in the superstitions? The superstitions around Friday the 13th. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad that you're here, and this is our 103rd Inspiration Morning Live, and I do these in the mornings, and I help people who are going after their passion, and I have in the past struggled with not going after my passion and not going after my passion in a way that I should, and because of the fear. And Friday the 13th is something I want to talk about today. It's Inspiration Morning Live number 103. There's a 13 in there. And it reminds me of, I don't know if any of you have heard of Pam Grout. She's a writer. She started out as a travel writer, and then she wrote this book called E Squared. And I don't have it right with me, or I'd read off the whole title for you. But Pam Grout is a writer. Hi, Barbara. Yes, you're right. It is just another day. And that's how I really do feel about these things, Friday the 13th is just another day. It is just another day, and Friday, it's another wonderful day, and it's Friday. I really enjoy Fridays. I don't know about any of you, but, Friday is an awesome day. And, and I'm glad you're able to join me live today, Barbara. How have you been? And I hope you've been doing well. And, I've always liked Friday the 13th. It meant that some scary movies were coming out. And, when I was younger, I liked getting scared. It was kind of a fun thing. Nightmare on Elm Street, because all the Halloween, the movies that come out before Halloween come out and, to scare us, and you want to be scared. And it was kind of a good, fun scared, but the Nightmare on Elm Street movie just really scared me because it got into your dreams and was it real? That was the one kind of a thing that scared me. But Friday the 13th, I think when you look for something, and that's why I brought up Pam Grout, because in reading her book, E Squared, it's a whole bunch of experiments that you can do to explore, to look at what's around you of the unseen. And one of the things that she does is she has you look for look for red cars. Look for the letter 2. Look for 2s and 3s. Look for a 222. It's just the things that you look for will pop out for you. And if on Friday the 13th and you believe in bad things, you're going to see bad things. You're going to find those bad things. Those bad things are going to be more magnified for you. Whereas what if you looked for the opposite? What if you looked for something wonderful and magnificent? Miracles. You can't. And I had that quote on the top of my tongue. What if we did look for miracles? What if we decided we were going to look for miracles on Friday the 13th? We would find them. We would find more of them because we're looking for them. And, it goes back to one of the things that my dad taught me is, if you're looking for trouble, you're going to find trouble. And if you're looking for good things, you're going to find good things. And so maybe we should use our Friday the 13th for that. Hello, good morning. I see we have somebody else here. We have Barbara who's talking about it is just another day. And Friday the 13th really is just another day. And, and it's a wonderful day. A lot of good things can happen on Friday the 13th. If you want to call Friday the 13th your lucky day, make it your lucky day. it can be your lucky day. And, you know, that's kind of what I want to say about Friday the 13th. And what I put as my title today, do you believe in? And question marks, because what do you believe about the Friday the 13th? And, you know, so, you know, people, when you're looking for something, look for the good things. There's enough of the bad things out there. There's enough of the things that are, not conducive to, you know, the goodness in life. There's enough bad things out there. There's enough on there going on. Let's look for the miracles in life. You know, we're going into the holiday season. You know, we just had some holidays, and we're going into the end of the year. Let's start looking for the good things. Let's believe in this Friday the 13th of bringing wonderfulness into our lives. You know, I kind of like Friday the 13th because they're special. And they're not special to me in a bad way. They're special to me in a good way. Make your days, figure out which days for you are special, whether it be your holidays or the holiday season coming up. I love Thanksgiving. You know, that's a special time for me, you know, and the week after Thanksgiving, you know, we used to go on vacations around Thanksgiving. And, you know, there's some sad memories around Thanksgiving for me. And, you know, and so we just decided we were going to get up, we were going to go out of town, and we were going to, you know, we went to the beach for a lot of years. We went down to Nassau and went to the beach there. And, you know, we decided we were going to make Thanksgiving, you know, a good time again, a good way of remembrance, of, you know, saying no to those memories and make it a celebration instead of sorrow. And I think we deserve to do that for ourselves. And it's the right thing to do while we are here on this earth. We need to do that for one another. And so believe in prosperity, believe in love, believe in goodness of others. And that doesn't mean, you know, when you've given somebody a third, fourth, fifth chance, that they need a sixth, seventh, and eighth chance. You know, be good to yourself. Bring this and be good to yourself. Well, good morning. I see we have someone else on. Sometimes my Be Live platform shows me when people arrive, and I really like that. I think it's just great. And you know, what kind of a thing are you going to do for it being Friday the 13th? What kind of fun are you going to have? I like to think in the ways of Pam Grout, and I love her book E Squared, and she has an E Cubed, and they're fun, good books. And it just, you know, they're experiments that you can do, and they're experiments that, you know, show you of the world around you, that of the unseen, because there are unseen things around us. And I say that in a wonderful way. Think of radio, think of TV, how it went through the air and it came to our TV set. You know, I remember when I was young, and that was magic to me. That was amazing and wonderful. It's like, how did they do that? And so the E Squared book, you know, when I followed through on those experiments, it was fun. It was wonderful. And I highly recommend the book because it's a lot of fun. And Pam is a great writer. I read her blog on a regular basis. She's got an amazing and great point of view and a wonderful outlook on life. And so that's where I get some of my inspiration from, and where I've decided that, you know, I'm going to say how I feel. And I want to say good morning again to our viewer. We have some more people. And along with Barbara, I want to say thank you for being here. I do appreciate you being here. And I really appreciate the thumbs up. I totally appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the hearts. You know, when I watch this afterwards, because I do put the subtitling on it, and I see those go by, and it's such a great feeling. But, you know, also one thing it does is it signals to Facebook that, you know, to show more to our community, to show to our Inspiration Morning community. And I put this on my personal page. I did share this morning on my personal page, and then it shows it to those people too. And so that's a lot of fun. And so what are you going to do for this Friday the 13th? Are you going to have some fun today? Are you going to enjoy it? Superstitions can kind of be fun. They kind of can be fun. It's like when you find a penny, the superstitions of finding a penny and making a wish on it. There's all kinds. If you think of the fun superstitions, think of the positive and wonderful superstitions. Make Friday the 13th your lucky day. For me, I try to think of it that way. And, I was just watching Victoria this morning. She was a guest on Inspiration Morning Live a couple weeks ago. And, I saw her live this morning, and she was down at Temple University getting ready to give a talk. And she talked about Friday the 13th being her lucky day. And I'm like, yeah, right on. And, I love Friday the 13th. I hope you do too. I appreciate your thumbs up. I appreciate your hearts. This is Inspiration Morning Live 103. And I really do love hearing from you. I love the people who, let me know what they think. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your thumbs up, your hearts. And I like hearing from you. But, also I like knowing what questions you have. And, when it comes to Friday the 13th, I tend to ask a lot of questions. But today I'm like, have fun. Enjoy the day. And what would you like to see me talk more about? I plan out what I talk about. But, if there's something, to do with Inspiration Morning Live, with inspiration, with, what I stand for with Inspiration Morning, having, made, the Facebook, and I have the Twitter, and I have the website. I do like these memes and these inspirational voices to help us get through, the rough parts of life, because the rough parts of life never ever go away. And I think when I grew up, I was Sally Sunshine, and I expected that one day I would solve all my problems and those issues would go away. And, I could still be Sally Sunshine. I could still have my wonderful days. And I've realized that I'm still going to have my problems there. But I do look for the inspiration. I look for the motivation from the different type of quotes from, of the people who you see on the page. And I'm not going to change over to that right now to see whose quote is on there today. But, there are times where we need to remind ourselves to take a deep breath, to slow down, and to remember to push through when we're having difficult times, to push through when things aren't going our way, to push through when, we need to adjust our plan. And I am one of those who totally understands doing that. And so that's why I bring Inspiration Morning Live to you. It's, kind of an extension of that inspiration. And I, it's always what I've wanted to do. And I do get nervous, but I am happy that you watch. I'm happy for those who watch me on the replay, because our schedules don't always work out together. And I'm happy for those of you who can join me live, like Barbara. I know you join me live whenever you can. And Julia and, Kara, those of you who are able to join me live, thank you very much. Lorianne, thank you very much. Yes, quotes are an amazing source of inspiration. And I guess I'm kind of defending them in a way from times. I guess because people are always like, oh, motivational quotes don't do anything. But I do think they're a good source of inspiration. I do believe that too, that they are a good source of inspiration for when we're going through something. And, maybe throughout the day, we don't have some people to bounce it off of, to get support of, or, maybe we have to do things on our own, and we need that little bit of inspiration to get us beyond it. And I think quotes are good for that. I think memes and quotes are good for that. They do serve a purpose. And, I like talking about a subject every day to, just supplement that. There's an enormous amount of fun things to talk about that are also within inspiration. Alrighty. So I want to say thank you for so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. And I hope you're going to have a wonderful Friday the 13th, wherever you are. Barbara in Pennsylvania. I think that's where you're from. And I have a friend who's out in New Jersey and close to Philadelphia. And I really hope, you're having a wonderful day too. All righty, Carol, that's for you. And I want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the thumbs up. And please feel free to share this Facebook Live. Put it on your page. Share it to your community. That really thrills me, makes me happy. And because, oh, good. I'm glad it's gorgeous, Barbara. I'm really glad that it's gorgeous. It's going to be a gorgeous day here in Denver. It's supposed to be a little cool. Monday we started out with snow, of course. So, Sunday was 80 degrees and Monday we started out with snow. And, it's going to be a beautiful fall here today. I have a red maple out my window that I can see what I'm doing this is my desk where I do most of my work during the day. And there's a gorgeous red maple out my window. And, that is, when I stop and pause, I think, and I drink a little bit of my coffee. I have my Create mug today. That's what I enjoy looking at that. I have my places where I sit and I can kind of regroup, and I really do. I enjoy that, and I'm glad that you're having a beautiful day where you are. And I want to say thank you for being here, and I hope that this has been helpful. And I want to welcome you whenever you can watch these live. And I want to say thank you for watching this Facebook Live, and I look forward to seeing you next time. On Monday, we're going to be doing Inspiration Morning Live number 104. And Millie is just bugging the heck out of me for her walk. So I am going to end now because it is nice enough. And with it being fall, she gets her walk later and later. All righty. Ta-ta for now. Have a great and wonderful weekend. Millie says have a good weekend too. All right. Bye-bye.